12th of February, 2022. I think it's Friday. It's like 4:30 in the evening. Have a little bit of an asthma attack because I got weed. I figured I'd spend $100 a month on weed as a rule, as long as I feel like I am on a good roll. Figured maybe I could afford that. So whenever the weed runs out before the end of the month, just go the rest of the month without. My lungs were getting a little bit better, but no, they were still not that good. Getting kind of burned out my lungs. Plus, my throat. If I die, it's going to be from throat cancer. From acid reflux coming up from my stomach into my throat here, and then inflaming it. Sometimes it inflames the flap, so I can't breathe right. It's like, because I lay on my back all the time. So it might prove to be fatal. It might not prove to be safe to hang out on your back all the time. I thought maybe it was safe before, because the blood can circulate to your legs and back a lot easier. It doesn't have to fight gravity, you know. But then I guess your heart gets weak because it doesn't have to pump that much, but maybe it can stay healthy from not having to work too hard. But yeah, having a kind of an asthma attack now. Because I can't remember exactly the hours of yesterday. I think I got up at I did get up super early because I got to sleep at kind of late, and then I got up at 2 or 3, I guess, naturally. I don't know. I need to start. From now on, I'm going to write. Wow, I just got the idea right now. Wow. I'm going to get a, a little notebook with a pencil. Because it doesn't take any time, or maybe I'll do it on a program on the phone. No, I'll do it on the phone. I originally wanted to do it on the notepad because maybe it would just be easier for me, quicker, more likely that I would keep up, but no. Or maybe with voice. Yeah, voice memo. Dumbass. God damn it. There you go. Voice memo. So as soon as you wake up, you just go, hey Siri, voice memo. I got up at blah, blah, blah. And then right before you go to bed, you turn off and you lay back, you go, hey Siri, voice memo. I got to sleep at blah, blah, blah. Then when you want to know, you go and you just look at the voice memo. Hey Siri, when did I get up? On this day or whatever, God damn it, I just got up with that idea now. Bam, bam, bam. I love it when you figure out how to use technology like that. Because I was talking yesterday on my yesterday vlog about how it's totally going to be amazing if I can do this studio. I have a really good studio with all the goody goods. I have got my 7-inch TV here, but I don't use it for my studio. But I have 2 Macs. I have a 24-inch TV, and then a little monitor up here. And then I have my HyperDeck monitor, another big monitor there. And then my computer, my other computer. So it's 3 monitors, a big TV here, in front of me, a big one on the left, and then a pretty good sized one up here, and then my computer down here. And then in front, the Rodecaster ATEM Mini Extreme mixer switcher. And then over here, it's my Rodecaster Pro mixer. And then right here is my HyperDeck. And I might get 4 HyperDecks because I think you can make the ports for it because you can make splicers and it still works with the splicers. And I'm going to get 8 cameras. I have 4 now. And then, I have 4 mics now. And I have one right in front above the camera, which works great. And then one right here below too. I'll do a video of this of my bike studio. Fucking brilliant. And people can just build one for themselves. Anyway, sidetracked. So I got this morning and I like called my mom at like 8 or whatever. Oh, and she was down for me going over there. You know, I offered to help her, and I guess she wanted help. So, but you know, I she was always like, "Oh, I want so much help, with so much help," and then I go over there, and then like she's like, I like go or whatever, and she's like, "Oh no, you didn't get enough sleep. Then don't help me anymore. Go home or whatever." So, but she kind of let me free home to it. But no, I was home there for a few hours though. But helping out with stuff like cleaning and shoveling the snow and flipping the bed and cleaning the room and all that kind of stuff. We watched the news and had breakfast, but wanted to go on a walk. She was too tired, but then I came back here and it was 17 when I went there, but I wasn't too cold. Oh, did I forget to bring my long underwear back? Anyway, so last night I was working on Roman city timeline, Google Earth, and oh, but I realized I made a boo-boo. I did a boo-boo with you. It ended up costing me like a day. I copied all of the consoles from my timeline and put them onto my Google Earth timeline for City of Roman, thinking that they were all connected, linked, because I thought that I would have done that. Turns out I didn't. I guess when I built it, I was like, oh, I'll just make the links later, you know, but I plunked them all on there, and now I'm like, oh shit, so I have to attach the links to all of them. But also add all of the consoles. In my timeline, I don't have all the consoles added for some reason, because I just have the guy's entire name, and that's stupid. Because if you click on it and go to the Wikipedia, you can see the guy's entire name. So all you have to do have is the guy's last name, and that's what they call him anyway. That's what we call everybody, just one name. So, on my timeline, I'll just fix it, or I'll just copy what I have on my Google Earth City timeline, go and put it onto my timeline instead of rebuild it on my timeline. So it's kind of like wasted time that I did it for wrong, but whatever. That kind of happens, you know. Make micro adjustments, course corrections. You don't have it perfectly right the first time in your head with the way you want it to be, but then you're like, how can I possibly want to do it like that? But so right now, man, I'm in the process of going down to, still down the consoles, which is like a bunch every year, so super time consuming. But I'm on like the year 290, 280 or something. So I have to go down to like 0, and then once I get to the Empire, because the guys are in charge for a much longer time, I can do a batch edit and just, so it's a lot faster once I get there. But that's what I have to do, and I needed to do that because you want like my rules are the more text and colors. It's like it's a very straightforward rules, you know. Like life can be like that, you know. Like what's the best car? Fastest, biggest, brightest. You know, what's the best house? Biggest, most rooms, you know, most colorful. Same thing, you know, so like what's the best website? Most words, most colors, most links. So I have the reason you would want the links for all of the consoles is because one of the functions of the page is to give you an idea of what the world was like, what Rome was like then, and that the size of it and the population. And then once you build it and make it look in the right neighborhoods and everything, gives you a perfect idea, because then you can imagine like this neighborhood, like had to tear down all those houses and replace it with a park, and what were all the people thinking, and I'll look over here. Now they have to accommodate all these new people. Where are they going to put the houses, And but but also you also want to know like what was going on, who was in charge, and if you want to know the history of Rome, you know, there's different ways to do it. Like you could read Livy, and watch documentaries or stuff, or other Roman writers, or you could um, you could just go down the list and read the biographies of all of the consuls, because almost all of the consuls have Wikipedia pages, and half of them have really big Wikipedia pages. So, not half, but like a fifth. So, I mean, a lot of, like 1,000 pages worth or something. So, yeah, great. That would be cool to know exactly how many pages worth. 1,000's a good guess. But I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so it's a really good way to learn, and with the links, you can click back and then, for like on the fly learning certain epochs, like you're like, which is the one that reduced the most population per year, and so then you want to read the consuls and what was going on, So anyway, so it's worth the time. So maybe I can finish tonight. I went over to my mom's house kind of groggy, and because like I think my sleep schedule, and again I don't remember my sleep schedule, but I think my sleep schedule was I got to sleep at 6 and then got up at 1 in the morning. But I went over to my mom's house, and because I'm kind of like a napper, I don't know how many hours of sleep a night I sleep, but like if it's 8 hours, it's not 8 hours at once. This has been going on for the last couple of weeks. It's like 4 hours 2 times. But anyway, I went to my mom's house, and at one point I got really groggy, and she's like, just lay down. So I lay down in her bed, and I was still for like 10 minutes, and when I got up, I was rejuvenated. So if you're ever like at work and you didn't get enough sleep the night before or whatever is going on, you just didn't get enough sleep, and you're like really groggy, and you just want to lie down, like you should tell your boss or whatever, you need to actually lie down, not just feel like you should like actually lie down and on your back and just don't be totally still and just feel the relaxation. You feel like how you feel in the morning when you wake up and you're not ready to get out of bed and you just want to like relax there. That's what it feels like, and so it's a wonderful feeling. So take advantage of it. So, but anyway, yeah, because I got up and I was all rejuvenated. Anyways, so hopefully I can finish the thing tonight. Oh yeah, what was I listening to? Well, today I wasn't really listening to anything because it's kind of taking 100% of my concentration to do it right. Something's wrong with my brain today. Maybe I'm burnt out on weed or haven't get enough sleep, or the alcohol, because I've been drinking a lot of alcohol. I finally got blew $140 on a refrigerator that's coming on Tuesday from Walmart for my roommate, so he can put his alcohol in there so that I don't drink it, because I was drinking a lot. And yeah, well, I just got high too. I'm high now, but oh shit! Now I lost my train of thought. Fudge! God damn it! Too many preambles. Oh no! Oh fuck! So I'll probably get back on track once I talk about what I'm doing on my site. So my site today, if I can finish oh yeah, why my brain's not working. My brain's not working so good. Oh yeah, but why? Oh God, whatever. So let's just get back on talking about. I just need to remember not to do so many side tracks. I'm usually good at getting back on track, but today maybe I can finish my. All right, because why I can't remember. Yeah, you need to use 100% of my brain because it's not working so good because I'm having to get links, attached from the Wikipedia to my timeline, and so I have to remember which guy it is, The year 525, Marcus Maximus. Well, copy. Over here, okay, let's go click over the website. Okay, now who was it again? You know what I mean? Like, that's how bad it is. If I was listening to music or like a lecture or anything, dude, it wouldn't work. This morning, I think I was listening to stuff, different Joe Rogans. I like the Powerful JRE or whatever, the Joe Rogan channel where you just get like 10-minute snippets from the different interviews and you listen to some of the guys talk about stuff. Guy was talking about like China's plan to take over the world by 2049, and I've got stuff to say about that. China, and Russia. God, I hope they don't invade Ukraine. That's gonna be crazy, but they're the enemy. They're not democratic. But there is one good thing about China that I was thinking about lately, and it's their exams. They've had the national exams since the time of Confucius, I think. I want to actually research that, but they designed a system, a society so straightforward that, and obviously I'm not saying they're a great country now, it's run like shit. Xi Jinping, the king, but they, with their national exams, like, it's the exact goddamn same thing that I'm trying to, that my website's all about. Like, maybe I should try to sell the idea of my website not to Americans, but to the Chinese. Because it's the same thing, because, like, they have, like, the national exams. And so they would, I don't even know what the hell there was in it, but they have all the questions of, like, political questions or whatever. So you design a good exam. And they have the national exam. But the thing is, it's the same exam for the whole country. And so I guess you can, like, study for it on your own. And whoever gets the highest on the exam is the highest on the government. Boom. That simple. And then the government owns everything, controls fucking everything. I don't see a problem with the government controlling every single thing having to do with the country, as long as it's controlled by the best people. And you put the best people in there because they win the national exam. The thing is, you have to make sure that the exam is the right exam. That's the thing. But as long as it's the right exam, it's kind of like the laws. You have to set up a country with all the right laws. And if it's the right laws, it's the right country. That's why a republic is the best form of government, not democracy. So yeah, I'm going to set up like a point system for like how much money you get, based on what level you are, based on how good you get to on different exams. Like my biweekly history exam, and then the fill in the blank timeline exam, and then the audio history book recitation exam. Those three, the trifecta. Yeah, because then it makes it so that you have this huge society where nobody questions anything. There's like no rebellions, and everybody's deferential to the leaders, and maybe that's why China is the way it is. It explains a lot. Why they respect the government, and they like being told what to do, and they just But at the same time, they're bad people. They're immoral people. Kind of people you can't trust. Yeah, probably the worst on the whole world, apart from the Middle Easterners, the fundamentalist Muslims. Yeah, that'd be cool. You know what? That's it. That would be an interesting thing to do, like to make a chart. I just got this idea right now. To make like a chart, a page on your website, where you rank all the people in the world based on quality of the citizens, Like if you're gonna grab like a random sample of 100 of their citizens and start a colony on Mars, like which colony would do the best based on which country, you know, like which the quality of the citizens and actually rank it. That'd be cool. I would put China on the bottom. Not like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, just like off the top of my head, I'd put China on the bottom. Just for now, just because of the problems they have with all of the authoritarianism. South America wouldn't be so good. Africa, not so good. Europe, good. America, the best. Japan, good. Germany, good. Anyways, India, better than China. Anyway, I'm high. Anyway, so hopefully maybe by today I can get done. And if I'm not done, maybe I'll be almost done with the links. Now there's this other thing that I was thinking about doing, and I don't know if it's worth the time, but it's like I mean, if it was there, the site would be definitely better than if it wasn't there. But there is another factor that with my website that finding the balance between having too much space, because one calling card, one important ingredient to the one identity factor for my website is that it condenses information. You know, so I have like a lot of abbreviations and condensations, one word explanations and images, little images to represent links and all that kind of stuff, and then, you know, packing the words together. So if I'm going to be like that, then you know, you can't have too much there because it'll puff it up too much, you know. So so the thing that I was thinking about doing was adding a little image to make a link to that exact console on my timeline, so you can go back and forth to the exact locations on the timeline. And I was just saying maybe it's not worth it because it'll add, just as that little dot would add too much space, but then I just realized no, it wouldn't add too much space. It's totally worth it to have it there. But then the question is like, is it worth it the time though? Sounds like that's like another thing. But then I just thought to myself as I'm saying it, I'm like, yeah, I think it is worth the time. Because I don't think it would take much longer than one of these other things that I'm doing, all these other sweep throughs I have to do. Like when I went down, having to add the links to it and everything. So when I'm done with this, the thing that I'm doing now, and I'm just like, forgot my brain, dude. Adding the links to all of the consoles, but also condensing the consoles, only using their last names and adding all of the consoles, all the guys. Oh, and I also have the ones where there's no link, because some of them there's no link, no Wikipedia page. Most of them have a Wikipedia page, like 90%, but the 10% that don't are, or maybe it's less than 10, like 5% that don't, I make them red, just like on Wikipedia. But actually a little bit different Wikipedia. Wikipedia's red links are the ones where it does go to a link, but there's nothing there. So when I have a red link on Wikipedia, a red console on Wikipedia, I don't treat it like a red link. I link it to the link that it links to, just in case anybody creates the page, because this kind of seems encouraging for people to make the page. But where there's no link at all, which is maybe like 5% or whatever, I don't know, 3%, maybe it's 5% between the 3% for anyway, for the like 30 or so of those guys that, or 50 or so that don't have links, I make those guys red, you know, so you can see it. Oh, I think it's even more than that. Anyway, all of the December don't have links. They're all red. But yeah, if I can finish that today, man, I've been talking a long time today. If I can finish that today, or like tomorrow morning, right before I go to sleep, whenever I wake up, the next thing that I'm gonna do is, um, oh yeah, because I was working on two other things. Well, I'm actually gonna finish that. It seems like forever ago, and I was doing the other thing. Is I'm gonna do that 3,800 Points of History book that I got from what's that guy, a historian. Can't remember. Where I add the information from all the different countries, or a bunch of different countries that he researched, where he have all these different information, and I'm adding it with icons, little images, and yeah, I'm excited to do that. And that's going to take a while. I don't know how long. Good, let's say how long would that take? If I could do it in a week, I'd be happy. Let's see, a week. Anyway, and then after that, I have to finish the generations, where I type down all the generations names, from the ones, the Strauss-Howe ones, from down to 1461, with all of the layered images. I mean, generations. I'm not just adding one generation. I'm adding all of the generations for the entire existence of each generation, based on where they are in accordance to each other. You see the chart. If you type Strauss-Howe generational theory, you'll see the chart with all the generations colors, like a rainbow that goes up a diagonal like this. I can't make Dreamweaver. The tables look diagonal, but I can make little squares that move up in a diagonal shape, and that looks diagonal. It's good enough. Pixelated. So I can build that, the Strauss-Howe one. But then, try to build, or at least the beginnings of, the Roman one. Nobody's done that. Why has nobody done that? It's a serious question, valid question. 7 billion people in the world, lots of intellectuals, lots of college kids. People think they're smart. Well, if the Strauss-Houses did their generational theory, 4-tier, 4-cycle, circular generation dealio for the last 500 years, how come Strauss-Howe themselves, or anybody else in this whole world, have done one for Rome? Because Rome is all about that, dude. Romans were the central, they invented it. Their saculum, When Rome was founded, they had a prediction that they even knew how long they would last. It's fucking amazing. They knew they were going to last 1,000 years. They said, oh yeah, we're going to last 1,000 years, 10 generations. In 1,000 years, we have to have our 1,000-year birthday because we're just about to die. Like that's literally like what they knew was going to happen. It's crazy. People back in the past were smart, dude. Did you know Cro-Magnon had bigger brains than us? Well, the Neanderthals did too. But Cro-Magnon looked like us. They're Homo sapiens, like us. They're just bigger and better, bigger, stronger, bigger heads, bigger brains. Anyway, how long ago they lived? Like 30,000. I think they're contemporary with the Neanderthal. Anyway, yeah, those two other projects, they're going to gobble up the rest of my couple months. And then after that, maybe I'll fire it up to finally fix the links on my timeline. Like the vertical to horizontal. I did it for the Empire of Rome, I think, but not the Republic. It's crazy how much time can go by and you still don't accomplish things. But I feel so blessed about my life, because most of the people in this world, they have jobs. And even the people with awesome careers, there's not a middle, beginning, and end to their projects, where all of the projects are related to each other as one big project. The closest example I can think of that would be similar to what I'm doing is some dude makes some big company and the company continues to grow throughout their whole life. But even with those guys, they don't have a specific idea of where it's going to go. They're kind of at the mercy of the market. But my entire website is directly dependent on how many hours I put in. So if I do something like work all the time, I can get to the point where I know exactly how much time it'll take to do exactly what. And if I get ambitious enough, crazy enough, and I just go, okay, well, fuck it, let's just set set the bar to 30 years from now, and then calculate what you can do. It's like you can be like, oh my God, I can do anything. I can do it all. I mean, I would, at the end of my life, my only experience in life will be laying in bed, looking at a big screen. Like, my vision of what I build, I can build the whole thing. So it's interesting to think that, like, the thing I'm working on now, it's like the same thing that I was working on 20 years ago. I got started on my website in 2003, because I arrived in Santiago, Chile in May, or was it February? I think it was like February 18th, 2002, and then I got my first computer, which only had 4 gigabytes of control, and like my mom sent it down, and like I think it was the fall of that year. It was like the December of 2002, and then that's when I first started like trying to learn web design and stuff. So I guess I would put that as the birthday of my website. I wasn't making a website then, though. I would put it in 2003. Let's just put it at the beginning of 2003. So that's like 19 years, officially, right? So you work on the same thing. It just grows up. So like, and so then, and now I'm like, I'm like in the middle. It's like in early adolescent stages, like a little kid running around like waist high, you know? And so I'm like committed, you know? You don't want to let your kid run wild, fall down the well. So I'm kind of like committed, but like if I look forward, I know I can grow this big, you know, big slasher beast monster king. So of a website. So I was kind of saying something like that just yesterday, but man, I'm really impressed with myself with how well I'm speaking. I feel like I'm being a genius, saying all these smart things, and my brain's barely working. Like I can barely keep my train of thought. This is going to be like one of my favorites. I don't know. I do feel like a slight different high than the one that I had before. My throat fucking hurts, dude. It like burns all the time. I swear to God, I'm going to die of throat cancer. I set an appointment to my doctor to stick their little light down my throat and just make sure that everything's good down there. But I didn't go because my insurance isn't squared away. So I need to get over there to the financials and see what's going on and how many I can pay to go over there. Yeah, I have 2 like insurances, so I'll go figure it out. So I had to cancel that. But if you're laying in your back all the time, like I do, maybe I'm the only person who does it. I think it's smart. Definitely smoking weed is bad, but eating like acidy foods is bad. Like too many like chips and salsa, too much candy, too much alcohol is bad, and too much smoking weed is bad. And I do all that. So maybe a smart thing to do is just try to drink a lot of water, because maybe the water can all flush it down, you know? Drink a lot of Pepto. Oh, I'm such a dumbass. Fucking idiot. My mom gave me these, and I only took one because I keep forgetting. These are pills that prevent acid reflux, and they last for 24 hours. Dumbass. I just remembered about those. See, I'm being an idiot. I lost my phone 2 times today. I was like, where the fuck's my phone? Where's my phone? I freaked out. Luckily, I got my Apple Watch, and I said, where's my phone? And my phone pinged. And it was like literally like right here under something. So like, I love my Apple Watch. That's the only thing I use it for. But I used it a couple times last week too. But yeah, so got my schnitz cut out for me. I'd like to download Envato Elements files. Oh man, I forgot to, because I was going to explain, because like the amazing technology thing, I was going to explain in this video. I guess I'll explain it. And then instead I explained my studio. Yeah, the power that you can do with the studio though, the thing that you can do is, plug in everything, right? So when you see somebody with like a perfectly well-produced YouTube video, like History Time, and they have all the little graphics and everything, videos, blah, 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 blah. Like you could do spontaneous videos and be just as high quality as those. Because if you memorize it, all of the things, and then you organize it perfectly, and you have enough buttons, what the hell is going to hold you back? It's a trifecta. If you have thousands of buttons, and you see how many buttons I have. If you have a gazillion buttons, they can go in and out, in and out. I mean, that's how I access all the folders on my website. You know, I can get to anything. I could get to the Coliseum or whatever, anywhere, within just a few clicks. That's how exponentiality works. It's amazing. Power of 10. You go power of 10 50 times, and boom, you're out to the moon. You know. I have a power of 10 page on my website. You should check out. But so yeah, you got the buttons, and then you know, and then you have it all organized perfectly, and then you know what you put there because you have everything. So you know what you have there, where it is, and you have enough buttons. Literally pull anything up automatically. Have perfectly well produced. You know, like for example, if I was talking and I'm like, yeah, those monkeys, I could be like, boom, there's a monkey right there. Literally, within probably 4 seconds. Anyway, yeah, and then that could become a fucking skill, you know? Like you have the skill of playing guitar, skill of playing soccer, then you could have a skill of accessing your like video file and like audio clip file and photo file, lower third graphics, you know, automatically. Just boom, ching, 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 ching. God damn it. I want to do that. That's like going to be so cool. I hope my electronics don't die before I have a chance to use them because the A10 Mini Extreme Switcher doesn't turn off. They don't have a power button for it. And same thing with the HyperDeck. Like my HyperDeck and fucking, switcher, they're on all the time. I hear them humming too. They're hot. Whatever. And maybe they'll get all butthurt that I'm not using them and die that way, you know? How like if you don't charge a battery, it'll die. Oh man, that should remind me, I need to charge my electric bike battery right now. Oh man, I remember a lot of things today. So, anyways, I've been talking long enough. I think what I'm gonna do, try to finish that stuff that I said, the trifecta, the Google Earth history timeline of the city, and then the information for all the countries, and then the generations. Okay, anyways, enough talking. 37, 38, probably the longest video I've done in a long ass time. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.